Hey everyone, today we're going to do a little different video. It's not going to be automotive related. We'll get back to automotive related content here in the future. As many of you know, I work as a registered nurse, and I've been doing a lot of looking into why some people experience much more severe symptoms and very negative outcomes with COVID versus others. And one thing that I have been coming across is low vitamin D levels. There was recently a study done in Indonesia, and it's awaiting peer review, that indicated that people with low vitamin D levels are 10 times more likely to die from COVID versus those with adequate vitamin D levels. That's significant. As of today, there's been about 75,000 deaths in the United States. You reduce that by a factor of 10, and that's 7,500. That's significant. There are many ways that having an adequate vitamin D level helps to keep you healthy and protect you from those very negative outcomes. The first way is in your innate immune system, and that's when your body's never been exposed to a certain antigen before. It's a new type of virus or bacteria. Your innate immune system activates to take care of that, and vitamin D helps your innate immune system to work better. And then also, one of the serious complications of COVID is that you have acute respiratory distress syndrome. And there's kind of a whole cascade of things that happen to lead you into getting acute respiratory distress syndrome. And vitamin D actually blocks some of those processes from happening. Basically, your immune system kind of goes into overdrive and overreacts in that situation, and vitamin D helps to put the stop on that and prevent that from getting to that level. Also, they're finding now that people are suffering blood clots, and there is speculation that there's a number of ways that happens, and it's in the endothelium of your blood vessels, and there's a few different factors that are in there, and they find that if you have adequate vitamin D levels, that actually helps to bring those down, and you are less likely to experience those outcomes. I will provide many links in the description of some of the materials where I've found this information. And I'll also note that people that have darker skin are much more likely to have low vitamin D levels versus people with light skin. So it's much more important for those people to make sure that they are getting adequate supplementation to make sure that they have adequate levels. As far as for immune system, they are recommending levels of 40 to 60 nanograms per milliliter. The old recommendation used to be 20, and you actually need higher levels than that, and they found that is safe to have those levels. It will help to keep your immune system working well, along with many other benefits. The best way to know your levels is to go to your doctor and specifically ask to be tested for that, and that kind of helps you to determine what the proper dose is to take. In some of these materials, if you find it, they do have some suggested doses to take to keep your levels adequate to help maintain your immune system. But there's been many studies done on just upper respiratory viruses in general, influenza, and how important it is to have adequate vitamin D levels. But now with this latest study done, I think it's really important and could really make a difference to make sure that those levels are high enough. They say that there's a pandemic of low vitamin D levels, that up to 75% of people could be low. So I feel really strongly about this, that this could really help to keep you healthy. being out in the sun is a good way to make vitamin D, but when you live in the northern latitudes like I do, it's very difficult, especially during the winter months, to be outside enough and uncovered enough to make enough vitamin D. In fact, there have been some studies that show that the northern latitudes have more severe disease than the southern latitudes. But I've seen a lot of good, scientific evidence that, many different things I've looked at, that there is definite benefits here. There's a few different doctors that I have watched their videos. One is out of Britain, Dr. John Campbell, and I'm going to have a link to a couple of his videos in the description. And then there's another doctor that has both a website and a YouTube channel called medcram.com. I will have linked to some videos in the description there too, where he really explains things well, and has some links to some studies that have been done. So just kind of wanted to throw this out there because it's really important, and it really can make a difference, and it's something that we all can do, is supplement our vitamin D, try to get out in the sun, and just make sure that we have adequate levels. That's going to help to keep us healthy and prevent any adverse outcomes. Thank you for watching.